Hey guys, so I know West Coast Picks is doing his Maker's Challenge, so I thought I'd show you what I'll submit here. This is my homemade pick. You can tell this is a hacksaw blade there, and that is a nice little diamond. It's kind of hook and diamond together, so awesome hybrid that you guys have probably never seen before. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is actually something I just found. My parents give me a bunch of crap once in a while when they find stuff, so I found this bag of jewelry, an old name tag from my old work in here, and my very first lockpick I ever made. I must have made this when I was 13 or 14 probably, and that's back when they only used to use diamond picks pretty much, so I just thought that would be funny and show you guys that. But really what I've got here is my newest pick. I used a Sparrows here, and I actually got some pins put in there. I want to say a problem that I encountered was just getting the pins the right size. I kind of had to lay them down with my Dremel to get them the right diameter, but I think they just needed to be a little bit thicker on this end. I was just afraid when I pounded them through that I would crack the wood. That was just really scary to think. But they were pre-drilled, so I'm not really too worried. Since there is a big piece of steel in there, it probably would have stopped it. The other side looks a little bit better where the pins went in, but yeah, just thought I'd go outside of my comfort zone a little bit and try to throw some pins in there. I think I've asked a couple of the other pick makers, and I've never gotten an answer on how they do theirs, because I know sometimes they're a whole piece, and as you see, I do scales. So the way I did it is I drilled the holes in the steel, I glued one piece, glued through that piece, glued the other piece, and then glued through, or drilled through that direction. So, I mean, it worked out for me. And the holes are pretty centered. I use the Dremel workstation. That's the closest thing I have to a drill press. So, yeah, that's about what we have right there. Fast Charlie was asking about finishes. I haven't gotten back to you. I was going to actually reply to you, but I figured this would be a good way to answer one of your questions. So this is kind of what I do. I'll just wrap it up in a little piece of paper towel here just to protect the pick. Well, a little better than that. Sorry, I'm really sick, so I'm out of it. A little shaky. And anyways, yeah, this the wood here is called Sapele. Let's see, I have a clamp. Really good to use. Oops, sorry. I kind of shoved everything over there. Now you see my mess. But I'll get a little clamp here. And it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. And then I have, this is what I've been using lately. So in case you were wondering, that is specifically what I have been using. I have a bunch of other stuff. I've got beeswax. I've got some, I can't remember the name of some of the other stuff. I have about 4 or 5 different things for finishes, but this has been the most reliable for me so far. And I've tried it with a brush, but I find that the best way for me is to just use a small piece of paper towel that's folded into a few pieces. I'll just take the corner, and I did stir this really good before I started the video, just to let you guys know. And then just lightly wipe it down. And I'll try to get as thin of a coat as I can, pretty much. If there's any excess, I'll wipe it up, and I'll come back. It seems that waiting in between, like days, makes a better finish for me, and going with at least like 4 coats. But yeah, it seems like the more thinner coats, the better. At least that's what's worked for me with the woods I've tried. But one tip I would give, at least what I found, is I can get a shinier, more even coat if I don't go all the way down to 2000. I've tried to use 2000 grit, and I think I get better results on the finish with a 1000 grit sandpaper. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, there we go. First super thin coat. Oh, and that brings out the It definitely brings out the wood. That's beautiful. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I'll even wipe it down a little bit more. I don't like any excess on there. I'll just keep coming back until I'm happy with the finish, pretty much. And don't miss the corners. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you really get it on the pick handle, but anyway, yeah, hope that answered your question, Fast Charlie, and well, at least one of them. And like I said, I will get back to you. And yeah, it was a fun learning experience trying to get pins in a handle. I really need a real drill press though, and I need to find a bit that matches the diameter of those pins better, so I don't have to lay them myself. But for a first try, I think that turned out pretty well. So I hope you guys appreciated my little practical joke there, but I guess that does show my progression over the last 20 years in pick making, which is, yeah, it's almost been 20 years. I'm 32 now, so anyways. Yeah, that's my pick. Hope you guys like it. I have a lot of fun doing this. I really wanted to do an inlay in here, and I've practiced my inlays on spare wood, but I figured one step at a time. And I have a feeling you guys are going to really like what my idea is for inlays. That is not the turquoise, since I already got beat to that. Even though I'm sure plenty of people have thought of that. Not everybody has a YouTube channel though. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and yeah, thanks for the fun little competition, West Coast Picks. It's really nice to see what everybody is making here. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.